If you're a fan of all things Power Rangers and Power Rangers related and you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Anyways, thanks for watching and I hope you enjoy the video. So Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 49 was a crazy chapter, a crazy issue because we're getting closer and closer to the finale of Necessary Evil, and Ryan is showing it in his writing as things are ramping up. Things are ramping up quickly on the side of Go-Go and definitely on the side of Mighty Morphin, and things are definitely kicked into gear as we enter the final battle in Necessary Evil, and holy shit, a lot happens in this issue. I mean, you've got cool Megazord fights, you've got cool ground battles, you've got stuff moving forward that's going to be definitely playing a part in the next issue. Like, holy crap, things are getting crazy, really crazy. And with that cliffhanger we got, with Trini in danger, Trini possibly dead, which a lot of people are predicting, like, I don't know who's going to walk away from this, because I had a feeling that people would be living, the heroes would be living, but with what Ryan did with that cliffhanger in issue 49, things are getting crazy, and let's talk about it with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 49. Let's go. So Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 49 opens up with the remaining Rangers traveling through space in the Megazord, where they land on Safe Haven, and they gotta be on guard because you never know when Kiya could attack. So Jason meets up with the Birdman, who's like the village elder, and he gives him the fill-in with what's going on, how Kiya's formed a cult, she's turned everyone against the Omega Rangers, she's just basically rallying people to turn them against him. And Jason's got a plan. He wants to gather everyone who hasn't joined Kiya or who has joined Kiya, try and convince them to get on the Megazord and take them to a safe place, because this area is going to turn into a battleground pretty much soon. And this is where Kiya jumps in. Well, someone did follow the Rangers when they land there, and that is the small girl Reagan, who was the small little girl that Trini befriended in issue 41. So that small girl that Trini befriended has joined sides with Kiya. Whether this is out of fear or she admires her now, no idea. But that small girl that we saw back in ages, who looked really innocent, has this menacing look on her face. So it shows that she's been manipulated by Kiya's words as well, and she's turned against the Rangers that she befriended way back then. So she's taken the side over Kiya, over the Omega Rangers. So Kiya shows up and gets the jump on, which I really love this line from Tommy when Kiya jumps out of nowhere, where Tommy says, "Oh man, we really should practice being ninjas sometime," which that line is mint if you know what happens in Power Rangers later down the line, where they do become ninjas. That line got a good laugh out of me. I was like, ooh, that's some clever writing from Ryan right there. It's a little wink and a nudge if you know what's going to happen later down the line in Power Rangers. So Kiya shows up and she's like, "You guys aren't my prisoners and neither are you guys, so let's be chill, let's be chill." But this is where she flips the switch and says, "The Power Rangers have protected and saved the universes more times than I count." And when she has this next line, this is awesome artwork by Danielle, because this is where it looks like something out of an anime with the angle she's got her head tilted back. This is where she says, "But those victories don't count with the absolute damage you've done. The universe has changed and its protectors must change with it. Give me your morphers and go home and leave a normal life of the life that everyone has been robbed here." So this is one crazy line. And this is where she turns her attention of Tommy, and she's got this glaring look on her face, like she's gritting her teeth, saying, "Because of the actions of Tommy Oliver." And she's like, "Yeah, I know you're one of the good Tommies, but it's only a matter of time before you turn like him." So she hates Tommy. She hates Drakon. She hates Tommy because of Drakon, and she blames Tommy because of everything that happened, and that's why she wants him dead. She wants him gone, and she wants the Rangers gone along with him, because they're the cause of all these problems in the universe, even though they've saved it countless of times. And one could look at it that way. One could look at it that one way, saying, hey, the Rangers have saved a lot of lives, but haven't they caused a lot of problems because the Rangers attract all these bad people, all these enemies? So it's worth wrapping your head around that thought with how you think about it. But yeah, Tommy apologized, saying, Kiya, I'm sorry for what he did, and I'm sorry for what happened to you and everyone here. And if I could change it all, I would, but I can't. And he says he'll never be Drakon. And Kiya's like, I don't care, I don't want another Drakon. I'ma kill you. And this is where Kimberly says, hey, look in the mirror, sweetheart. We've got another power-hungry, egomaniacal warlord thing down. She's basically another Drakon, she's saying, which I've also been saying. She's another Drakon, but she's got her own ways of doing things. Like, she's got the same goals of Drakon, kill all rangers, control the universe in her own sort of way. And this is where the issue gets badass. This is where things get action-packed, and I freaking love it. So, Kiya's like, hey, if you view me as the monster, I'll gladly play that part if it means protecting the universe from the mistakes you Rangers have made. And as she's about to make a big villainous speech, the other Rangers show up, everyone except for Ranger Slayer, because she's off doing her own thing. We'll get to that in a bit, but this is where I gotta praise Danielle again, because everyone teleports in, and you've got this awesome panel of the 2 remaining Omega Rangers and the Stone Canyon Trio. And everyone's doing a badass pose. Everyone's got a cool one-liner. Like, everyone's got a cool one-liner, but not on this panel because Adam's the one that says, sorry we're late. And this is where everyone has some really cool badass dialogue, which I really hope they dub this over at Power Morphicon or something, because this is too good. This is too good to be true. I love this. I'm just loving Necessary Evil. So, Billy says, so I take it you found Grace's friend and, not Kimberly. Trini's like, yeah, it was Ranger Slayer. And Billy's like, of course, wait, what? Who? Who was it? Ranger Slayer? And this is where we get another panel beside it where you've got Tommy and Jason about to morph. And Jason's like, hey, Kiya's not surrendering to us, Tommy. What do you want to do? And Tommy's like, it's Morphin time. And this is where we get this awesome 2-page spread, this awesome double spread of everyone morphing and transforming. It is so awesome. This is definitely going to be the thumbnail, that's for sure. I'm hoping Danielle puts a textless version of this online, hopefully, without the speech bubbles and stuff like that. But this is just amazing. I love it. I freaking love it. It's this awesome 2-page spread. It's why I'm glad I read this digital as well, because there's no line crease in between it. There's no page separator. So you just have this awesome background of the Rangers ready to battle. It's freaking awesome. I love it. Just Danielle with the artwork. The coloring is awesome as well. I just freaking love it. This issue is so cool. This panel is so cool. I could drool about it for minutes, hours. I just love it. So this is where things get even more crazy and more action-paced. Garrison Vox shows up in the blue Megazord piloting it. Hey, he can pilot, he doesn't have to be a ranger, I guess, but it's so cool seeing Garrison Vox in a Zord, which is pretty crazy. I mean, Kiya's got strategy. Kiya's plan right here is very strategic. Like, she planned ahead. She knew what was going to happen, and she planned ahead. So Garrison Vox is in the blue Megazord and Dane's on the ground, and this is where things get even more crazier, like I said. So the remaining Omega Rangers go to fight Dane in their Zords, and Tommy and the Mighty Morphin team are going to fight Dane again, round 2 of Dane. And this is where you have a really good Tommy moment where they're like, hey, we're going to do the Beta 6, and Tommy's like, no, I'm not waiting around this time. This is why I was given the white light for a moment like this. I may not be able to take him down alone, but I can buy you enough time to do it together. So Tommy's going toe-to-toe with Dane, and I'm pretty sure this is amazing that he's like on even ground with Dane as they're fighting. And I gotta love how Danielle does this with just the motion, like, this is an amazing panel to show how they're going blow for blow, where you've got Dane and Tommy fighting in the middle, and the other Rangers are forming the Power Blaster, and like how he's doing the blow for blow they're doing instead of doing on separate panels. You see like this transparent version of their weapons crossing each other, and like Danielle's artwork is just fucking on point. I love it. Like, this is an interesting way of telegraphing a fight scene. And it's so cool. It's amazing. Like, looking at it right now as I'm talking about it is so cool to see. I just... Praises to Daniel. I do it every month with Mighty Morphin, but I gotta love him. He's just so on point every issue. And I'm gonna miss him after he leaves when Necessary Evil ends. Like, I'll definitely check out what he's doing next, but just his artwork is so good. I'm so glad they brought him back. So, and Ellie said Jason, but it's Rocky. Rocky's about to summon his power sword to throw it up in the air to summon it, but that's when he gets attacked by the big goopy monster that Dane has, and Dane's like, "You were saying?" Everyone, and no, that's what Tommy says. Everyone has a weakness, and he's about to get the jump. Tommy's about to get the jump on him, but Dane's way ahead of him. He stomps him out and knocks Tommy down. So they're trying to free Rocky as Dane slowly makes his move. So while this is going on, you've got the Ranger Slayer and not Alpha 6, She 11, whatever you want to call them, and they go down into that temple that we saw last month. And what they find is that portal we've seen, and Ranger Slayer goes through it saying, "Hey, I'll be back in a bit. Hopefully I'm not drifting through space." So we kind of know what Kimberly or Ranger Slayer is going to find down there, because if you've seen the volume, like not the final volume, but the last volume that's going to have these remaining issues on there, I think it's like 48 to 50 or something like that. The Solar Rangers are back, so no doubt about it, she's going to go into that dimension and bring them back with her. I was thinking they would show up in the cliffhanger, but I don't know how big issue 50 is going to be and how many pages it's going to be, or the pacing it's going to do, but we definitely know that Ranger Slayer is going to bring back the Omega Rangers, because they're on the cover for one of the volumes. Spoilers if you haven't seen it. Pretty much, yeah. So, a big awesome Zord battle is going on between Garrison Vox and the Omega Rangers. And this is telegraphed. You got Garrison Vox laughing his ass off, having a lot of fun, because Zack gets to go toe-to-toe with Garrison Vox again. And they knock him down, and this is where you have Kiya watching the cape of the Blue Adversary blowing in the wind and the orange sky. Like, everything about this is just so awesome. Like, even when you see her in the helmet and her black shaded eyes looking down is so menacing. I love it. And her plan is just basically getting the anointed, or the people who are powered by the Morphin grid, just to jump up and use their aura to attack the Zords, and they just basically pile on Zack with their powers, shooting laser beams, knocking him down, because Zack doesn't want to hurt him, he doesn't want to fight him. So Zack gets knocked down, because even as Zord's emergency lights are flashing, he goes down. While this is going on, Jason and Trini are struggling with Dane, and this is where Dane in the Zord attacks Trini, knocks her down, and just wails on her. And this is where we get the big cliffhanger where Trini and Zack are down. Jason can't hear him. And things aren't looking good. Things aren't looking good for Trini, because the final panel is just Trini on the ground. It looks like her helmet's cracked and her Zord is just getting wailed on. Like, this is one crazy way to end it with what's going on. Like, oh my god. Like, I'm worried for Trini. I'm worried for Zack. No idea what's going to happen, but I guess we'll find out at the end of next month. Anyway guys, that's my review of issue 49 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It was a fantastic issue. I loved it from start to finish. A lot of action, a lot of drama, a lot of morphs, a lot of fights. It was fantastic, on point. And I'm curious to see how Ryan's going to end it next month, because we've got those last two Go-Go issues that are going to tie it together. And then we've got issue 50 of Necessary Evil, which is at the end of April. So things are going to be really crazy next month when it comes to Power Rangers in comics. Like, really crazy. Really, really freaking crazy. But I'll be there to cover it, talk about it, and hopefully you guys are there to watch it. But anyway guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, slap that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. I don't know when that will be. Hopefully it's soon. Anyway guys, take care of yourself, peace out, and thanks for watching. Bye!